Where did the hero of Ninja Gaiden go 20 years after graduation? To his high school reunion. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday, my friends. I hope you're doing well, and I hope your weekend's getting off to a great start. We've got another early Friday stream, and we're gonna kind of jump right in here in just a moment. This is Ninja Gaiden 2. This is my second time attempting this game. I played it for the very first time 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was also a Friday stream. And I made it pretty far along, but I couldn't beat it before I ran out of time for the stream. So I had to abandon it, and we're going to pick it up again today. This will be my second attempt to try and beat it. And we'll see how it goes. It's pretty tough. So far I've only played the first two Ninja Gaiden games. The first one I've played and beaten a handful of times now. Probably not quite in the double digits, but close, I would guess. We also played that on the stream the Friday that I tried this. Oh, can I duck? Yeah. The Friday that I tried this for the first time, I ran through Ninja Gaiden 1 first. It took like 2.5 hours for me to beat it. My best attempt at the first game. I've beaten it in just over an hour before. But I'd been playing it a little bit more regularly then. That is not a, as modest a level of skill as that may be, it is still not even something that I have been able to maintain without regularly playing the game. So I like this game a lot. I don't know if I like it as much as the first Ninja Gaiden. It's kind of hard to tell. This is very similar to the first one. But it seems like their big idea for a sequel was just to add a ton of stage hazards to the game. And I don't really know how I feel about that as a concept. Because I'm generally not a fan of when games choose to add difficulty by messing with your controls. I don't think that's a very good design idea. If we get through this game, we may do something else. The plan is to stream for somewhere between 4 and 6 hours. I'll have to talk to Jelly when she gets home and sort of see what our evening looks like and how much time I actually have. And apologies for not reading the dialogue out loud. I generally like to do that, but in any game where the text scrolls automatically, I don't read the dialogue out loud on principle. Because generally I can't keep up anyway. I appreciate that the automatic scrolling is supposed to give it a more cinematic feel, but when they timed the scrolling of the dialogue, they did not take my southern drawl into account, so it's very difficult for me to keep up with automatic text scrolls in games. So I don't try. This is a really good looking level. Because this is my only my second time ever playing this, I still haven't taken the proper time to appreciate the visuals and the sound of the game. It definitely deserves more attention than I've given it. But it's kind of a... It's kind of difficult to give that kind of stuff the attention that it deserves when I'm just focused on getting through the level and not dying. For me, like, appreciation of the like art and music of a game is something that tends to come much later after I've played it a few times, and the gameplay is no longer a tremendous obstacle. I have to kind of reach that point with a game before I can fully acknowledge how good it may look and sound. The opposite, though, when a game has terrible art or terrible music, that stands out right away. I think because it detracts so much from the experience. I have no idea what I just picked up. At first I thought it was some kind of food, but now I think it may have been a scroll? A rolled up tapestry? You won't see me use the sub-weapons a whole lot, not out of principle, but just mostly out of ignorance. Even in the first game, I've really haven't developed much of an appreciation for where the sub-weapons are and what they do. So I have a very shallow understanding of the metagame of Ninja Gaiden. Or, you know, what to use where and that kind of stuff. Actually, with the first game, that's semi-intentional. That I don't know much about the sub-weapons, because I have this crazy idea that I might want to do a deathless run of Ninja Gaiden 1 someday. And I feel like it would be better if I could just go ahead and do that without the sub-weapons. Too. So I'm kind of like doing two challenges at once. I think this guy has to be provoked to come downstairs. Uh-oh. I'm gonna perish. Get him. Oh. All right. Are we still in the first life? I beat 2 levels on 1 life? Miraculous. Itorama, welcome in, Itty. Thank you for the positivity. I will raise my positive coffee to you. You're first in chat today, Itty. It's been a quiet start for me. But there do appear to be some lurkers, and I appreciate having you here. Thank you for watching the stream, my friends. No, I feel like that. If at first you don't succeed, stubbornly repeat the same thing again and again until it accidentally works. That's my motto. I should use the sub-weapons more. I should use them all the time. I should never stop using the sub-weapons. Our one life streak. Our one life streak is definitely going to come to an end here soon. What is going on? I don't understand, and it's too dark to see anything. That enemy hitting me actually helped a lot because it kind of pushed me up onto the platform. Sounds like a legit plan, my repeat the same thing strategy. It always works, eventually. Whoa, I didn't even see that other guy. I didn't even see that guy coming from behind. All right, rough level. Ah! Oh no, I'm about to die. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. Making it all this way, to make it to stage 3-2 on one life. I have no complaints. I think there are infinite continues in this game anyway, so it doesn't really matter how many lives I waste. It's a shame that I've lost my friends, though. Game feels a bit lonely after having those duplicate ninjas running around with me for so long. I mean, that's probably why I made it as far as I did. They weren't following me, they were carrying me. Almost any game could be brute forced with enough stubbornness. And thank goodness that's true, or I would never beat any games. I missed whatever the thing is. Yuck. I was in an awful situation there. Got it. Ninja Gaiden is a game. It's just when you're moving along and flowing through it, it has such satisfying gameplay. Whoa, the movement and everything is just exhilarating. But when you're doing badly, it's agony to play this game. The enemies just toss you around like a bag of trash. This guy made a mistake. Battling me when I had the, this firepower? Oh, my firepower's gone. Never mind. He's smarter than me. He's not nearly as afraid of me as I am of him. Fortunately, he's weak in the legs. I don't have to figure out how to hit him in the head. Alright. Victory! I haven't discovered how many levels are in this game yet. If it's the same as the first, we're halfway there, but I think it's got more. It's probably got more than 3 worlds. I don't remember how far I made it last time. It's been too long. I know I made it pretty far and I got stuck on a boss that I kept repeating again and again and again. So I should recognize the furthest point we've made it to when I see it again. Oh yeah, I remember this guy. This is Robert, right? I'm just enjoying the music while the story plays out. Someday I'll look up the. Someday I'll learn the lore and story to Ninja Gaiden, but That day has not come yet. As usual, I'm content. I'm content with just the bad guy is bad. Run to the right and get him. I jumped, and then I hesitated because I saw an enemy on that platform down there, like mid-jump. And I don't know why I bothered hesitating, because in mid-air it's not going to do me anything but get me killed. I would have been better off trying to challenge him. Oh no! That was just a failed input. Not that my controller failed me, I failed me. I hit jump too late. The percussion in this stage's music is really something. No. That item that I guess it's a rolled up scroll. It looks almost like I could imagine it to be like a really scrawny piece of meat. No, I'm turned the wrong way. This part's tough. Uh-oh, there's a glitch back there in the fire. No, there are more glitches. Game ove? Question mark? Could it be game ove? Well, this is going to deteriorate into unplayability, almost certainly, but we're gonna tough it out. If you haven't been to many of the streams, so the policy with glitches on the stream is that I tend to keep playing until the game becomes completely unplayable. Partially out of stubbornness and vain hope that it will clear and our progress won't be lost. And partially out of the tantalizing prospect that the game glitching out may provide us with something amusing. That we get to see something strange that we don't often get to see in the game. My very first stream, I played Ghosts and Goblins, and like 3 stages into the stream, the game started glitching pretty bad. And it was a real moment of decision for me, and a real like heart-pounding moment, because I was like, oh no, my very first stream, and it's starting off tremendously troubled. But I just stuck with it and just kind of ignored the glitches and kept on playing. And eventually it cleared up, and I made it all the way through the game. And that good fortune. That might also be part of the reason why I insist on playing through the chaos. I have on very rare occasions beaten games, you know, when they look like this or worse on the stream. I don't think I've ever beaten a game for the first time while it was glitching out like this. I've cleared new bosses for the first time in this condition before. There's a VOD of a Castlevania playthrough on the stream that that I finished in a condition that was, I mean, basically completely unintelligible. I was only able to clear it because I knew the game, because I know the game pretty well. That text at the top of the screen is great. I just noticed I'm on stage E-2. Hey, look, it cleared up. It cleared up. Look at that. I was just talking about how sometimes it clears up, and look, it did. We're back to stage 4-2. Everything looks great again. And that's why you don't reset when the game glitches. We made it through the storm and came out the other side. Oops. This boss should be easy. He doesn't have a whole lot going on. I'm getting hit by him a lot, but I really, if I were clever, I wouldn't. I got greedy. I got greedy and I got what I deserved. That's what happened there. I thought he only has 2 pieces of health left. I can get him before that hand gets me. I should be ashamed of myself for letting that happen. Well, that guy surprised me. Ow. This boss is you know, kind of easy. Doesn't seem to have a lot going on, but you know what? I like it anyway. I think the water makes this boss just interesting enough. It is kind of a shame that the glitches cleared up before the cutscene, because we might have gotten to see something really wild otherwise. I know we played through this part. It's not really familiar to me, like the previous area was. I probably could have told you that the part that we just went through with the water was... I probably could have told you about that part if you'd asked me about the game. I could not have told you about the part with the spikes here. Maybe that means we passed through this easily last time. Or maybe it was a nightmare and I blocked it from my memory. Oh, I need a sword with just a little more reach. Or a slightly longer arm. I disagree. I disagree. I say I hit that bat. The game and I have very differing perspectives on what happened there. ice level. I feel like I didn't have a lot. I also didn't remember the ice level, but it does occur to me that yes, there was an ice level. And how could there not be? I mean, this game is all about environmental hazards. How could there not be ice physics? But I feel like I didn't have a lot of nice things to say about the ice level on attempt number 1. And I think I agree with that. I love ice and snow levels. It's my favorite environment in video games. But the thing is, I hate ice physics. So what are aesthetically usually my favorite levels are always my least favorite to play. But I'm not crazy about the aesthetic of this level. Like I kind of appreciate what they're trying to do. It looks like crystals, but I don't know, the flashing. Maybe if the flashing were a little more slow and a little more subtle, I would like it more. Woo, ice! A minute later, grr, ice, yeah. It's only human, right? To be able to always find something to complain about. Alright, so when I take out the spider, it doesn't die, it runs at me. Oh. What happened a half an hour ago when we were sailing through everything? Okay, I'm gonna get this thing this time. Oh, I got it. The spider didn't run at me that time. I guess I missed it last time. That's a long jump. Where'd that guy come from? Leaping up out of the abyss? What's down there? No, I missed out on another thing. Oh, I want that. I want that. I need to remember that's there. Hey, that went very smoothly. Alright, this downward path is very difficult to get to, so I'm suspecting there's something good down here. But I'll never find out. Right there, that dot. That red dot above that platform where I died, that is where I suspect something good is hidden. I mean, it's good to have a friend. It's maybe not quite as spectacular as I was imagining. You bothersome swine. The music here is like... It's not very inventive. It sounds like a piano training exercise. Oh, yeah, I remember this guy. I don't really remember how to deal with him, but I remember him existing. I got off to a good start attacking him with that fire. Oh no. Oh, please don't let him win. No, he was down to 1 health. I'm all the way back here. I'm overwhelmed with sadness. Now, I'm just going further and further back every time I lose a life. I'm gonna be back at the start of the game. Man, if you understand this game and the sub-weapons... Speedruns of this game must be like a work of art. Okay, that downward path is not worth it. Excuse me. No. I complain about this a lot, but I have a really hard time with this game, like, developing a feel for where the hitbox of my sword is. I just always feel like I'm slashing around my targets. My duplicate is facing the wrong way. This feels familiar. Got him. Nice. I thought history was about to repeat itself. So unfortunately, someone, if I remember correctly, someone spoiled for me that Ninja Gaiden 3 has limited continues, so I'm very nervous about approaching that game. I mean, that one's a ways off. You know, I haven't beaten this game, so we don't need to think too hard about what comes after. Oh, yuck. Foreground obstacles. The worst obstacles you can put in a platformer. It's so cheap. There's probably something really good in that dot. That's awful. That enemy placement? There's no way to get around that guy without the right sub-weapon. No. All my health. There's probably health in that dot that I commented on. It's a real shame that the height of their creativity in regards to like what to hide the items in was just red circles. They don't make any sense. It's super lazy. This game was worth more effort. Like, from Ryu's perspective, what are these red circles? How are they suspended? It doesn't make any sense. I don't remember what the items are hidden in the first game that I think about it. Torches? Maybe? What, I don't know what hit me. I would watch it in the capture, but it's too far behind. I wasn't aware that I was low on health, and then yeah, I'm sure something hit me, but I didn't see what it was. So it felt like I just ran out of time. This game does have a timer. I don't think I've ever run out of time in this or the previous game. Oh, I think Jelly's here. I cannot tell what is going on. Looked at the manual. They are the Dragon Spirit Crystal Balls. But why? I mean, yeah, you give them a fancy name, but I mean, really, they're just bingo markers. That's all I see when I look at them. I know I've made it. I know we've made it past this boss before. I don't understand how I can stand here slashing and not take out these bubbles. That's what I was talking about. Like, I don't understand my hitbox. I don't know, or my attack box. I just stand here doing this, and I would assume that it would take out that bubble that's coming at me, but it just sails right through my sword. Those pink bubbles. And I'm willing to accept it's my fault for not getting it, but like, come on, game, help me out. It's such a mess. It's such a mess of just stuff everywhere. I can't tell which way I'm facing. Everything just blends in. What an ugly battle. Sorry, I feel awfully rude. Texting during the stream. It's like you're having dinner with someone and you start texting a third party. Like, I feel terribly rude. But I wanted to ask Jelly. I hear her walking around upstairs. I wanted to ask her to come down here so I can talk to her for a moment. That was a very victorious sound. I picked up that item. Oh, I didn't... Whoa! Imagine if you could have just endless duplicates. Sometimes I already have two, and I grab one of those items, and it's like, I just think, what if they just added on until it overwhelmed the game into like crashing? run. I think this level is the furthest that I made it. I think this is where our last attempt stalled. It's with the boss of this level. No, I made it further, because I remember another annoying obstacle. We're on World 7-1, though. Or World 7, Level 7-1. So there are more than 6 worlds in this game. That makes sense. I feel like boss fights are more frequent in this game than the previous one, so it would make sense that that's not stuck to the right thing. Look at that. Look at that enemy. He's not stuck to the walls. He's offset of where he's supposed to be. He's going into the wall and not all the way to the other one. He's like he's gotten stuck on the background layer or something. All right, my friends. Excuse me a moment. I'll be back with you. I'm gonna take a moment, take a short BRB, I guess, and and confer with Jelly for a moment, so I can find out what my evening plans are gonna look like. I'll be right back with you in just a couple minutes. All right, my friends, and I'm back. Sorry that was so sudden and it took longer than I expected. It looks like I should be able to go till about 9:30 tonight. Whoa. Just gotta stay there, running into the same guy until all my health goes away. Let's just see. Let's just see what moving slowly through this game feels like. That guy can jump all the way up here. I'm distressed. I'm distressed at how well moving slowly is paying off for me. There are two things. There are two things about this game that discourage playing slowly. One is that it feels so satisfying to move quickly through the game. And two is that when you're playing slowly, you end up in these situations where you're resting in a place that scrolls the screen only so far that some nearby enemy continually spawns over and over and over again to charge at you. And that's like the worst aspect of these games, is the respawn rates of the enemies. Because you can end up in this situation where you're just hanging out, you know, wanting to rest for a moment, and then this same enemy keeps spawning and rushing you again and again and again. Or like where I was before, where I was like up on that sort of L-shaped dead end and trying to get down, and then every time I would get to the end, the enemy would spawn, jump at me, hit me, knock me back. I'd come forward, he'd respawn, jump at me, hit me, knock me back. And you just end up like trapped in these situations sometimes. It's very unpleasant. Well, fortunately, we didn't go all that far back. Alright, I think this is the level where my progress stalled. I feel like I've spent a lifetime here. Excuse me, I know it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like I've ever seen any of this before. No. That... There was some, like, weird delay with my sword there, I swear. Not where I died, before, where I cried out no. But yeah, I was jumping over that enemy's projectiles, and I, like... See, this is one of those situations I was talking about. This is horrible. The way the enemies spawn is just indefensible. The way the enemies spawn is like the kind of thing you'd expect to find in some sort of trash game where everything is like ugly and the gameplay is terrible and, you know, just no redeeming qualities. You don't expect it in a game that is otherwise so polished. I suppose it's intentional, but... This part right here. Oh, when I was on the other level, and I was like, oh, I think this level's the furthest I made it. And then I was like, nope, I remember something terrible. It was all this stuff. I didn't remember the specifics, but I remembered being on a set of pillars and having a enemy spawn and rush at me. I didn't remember they were birds. Thought they could have been like those flames that this game really likes to use or something like that. Let that bird hit me so I could use the iframes to get past that guy's bullets. I know I played this part like thousands of times. I don't think I ever developed a strategy for getting through, even semi-consistently. I don't know what that is. I don't know what sound effects the different items make when I collect them. Think I can outrun this fire? A health refill right before the boss. This game is overflowing with generosity. that a curse word? Usually when Ryu trails off, it's got an ellipse, not a dash. A dash implies to me that he's using some foul language there. Those eyeballs in the wall? Hey, Jelly, you're still here. Thank you for the resub. Thank you for all the support, Jelly. Especially, above and beyond the subscriptions. Happy to see that Revenge. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna claim Revenge, you see. I've made it to this boss before. This is where my last playthrough stalled. I couldn't figure out how to deal with this guy. I think I got him down to 1 health on a single attempt. That's the best I did, and the only time I did anywhere near that good. I just don't understand how to fight him. He's so random and chaotic. I'm not sure where his weakness is. I don't know if it's his face or if it's the star. And look, every time you fail, you get sent all the way back to the beginning of the world. I have to every time I lose, I have to relive like the whole history of creation from the beginning of the universe. It eats away. It eats away at you. Trying to deal with text messages. Had to restart my phone to see the ones you sent. Uh-oh. I hope there's not a problem with your phone. Master Tuesday, welcome in. Hola Frowny, hola Tuesday. Or, what is, Tuesday in Spanish? Martes? I think Viernes is Friday. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. I don't know. I'm trying to pull up Spanish from decades ago. Um, all I know is that in every language I know it's called Tuesday, because I only know one language. Fair enough. Me too. Martes in Spanish. Right on. Well, happy Tuesday, if I didn't say it. And yeah, we're the idea is to do an early stream every Friday. I like doing the late night streams, but it just seems for Fridays that I don't know, not as many people can show up on Fridays anyway, so it just seems like slotting the stream into a different time. If I'm gonna do it on one of the days, it makes sense to do it on Friday. Sierra, good to see you. Welcome in. Hope your weekend's off to a great start. I'm having fun myself, but I'm really struggling here. Gotta remember, gotta tell myself, be positive, keep my spirits high, and we'll make it through. That's how this game defeats you, is it breaks your spirit. Can't let it do that to me. I'm gonna start learning this level. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a look at the items. I'm gonna figure out what's in the different item boxes. I don't know what that is. Even if I have to sacrifice some lives to do it. I'm gonna learn what's where. I'm gonna get good at this stage, and we're gonna beat this game. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. No. I wanted to keep that item that I had. Look, I don't think it's unreasonable that I complain about... I don't know what that was. That I complain about the attack box in this game. When my sword goes goes through an item or through an object, but it doesn't open it up. It makes me sad. Okay. So our sub-weapon works off of an ammunition, that 80 out of 80. I think it's my ammunition for my sub-weapon. I don't know why it has 3 digits if 80 is the max, so I'm assuming there's an item that increases the maximum of our sub-weapon, but I don't know what that item is or where it may be, so I'm trying to make sure I pay attention and see if that 80 up there ever changes. And then I'm going to see what item... Hopefully I'll be able to take stock of what item caused the change and where it was. Seemed like that star lasted forever. I'm not complaining. Wish I knew how I made it happen. Run. The sub-weapon is tremendously useful. Victory! This is the best we've ever done. This is something new. Gotta scratch my nose. It itches on both sides at the same time. How is that possible? It was like plain geometric shapes and flashing colors along with the staticky music felt like an Atari game for a moment. Of course, I'm all the way back here. Of course, why wouldn't I be? I kind of deserved it. Kind of deserved to be sent all the way back here, I guess. I was very clumsily fighting that boss. I imagine I'm going to have to repeat the previous boss, and I'm probably going to cry. Still a 10 out of 80. I do not know how to increase that that ammunition counter up there. No item I grab seems to help. I'm stuck forever at the same amount of ammo. Oh, thank goodness. My poor health bar. I've got one piece of health. I don't like that spot right there where it throws every enemy in the game at you. All at the same time. Yay, we get to come back here. Life is good. Why am I doing no damage? I disagree with the game. I did a lot more damage than the game counted. This game is lying about my performance, and I won't stand for it. No! Oh, that was terrible. I got knocked so far back. So it's the blue squares that give me ammunition. And I kind of knew that. I thought these things would give me ammunition, but I think those things are just for points. The boss seems to be immune to sub-weapons. I think that's a 1-up. That item that went falling. I think the blue ninja face is a 1-up. The red one is a friend. It's crazy to be so far along in a game and to have as little understanding of the items as I do. That really says negative things about my powers of observation. No! Look, the 80 increased to a 90, and I didn't see what did it or where it was. We talked about that. I was supposed to pay attention. Speaking of my poor powers of observation. Alright, let's see if this is a 1-up. It is. Okay, cool. Alright, I want to make sure I get that every time. If you're really lucky, that guy on the second platform can damage boost you up there onto his level, and you can move through there real quickly when he does. No. Oh, you can see when they're coming down. That information is doing me no good. I wonder if that 1-up respawns, or if it turns into a less desirable item after you die. I hate that bat. That's very upsetting. My 80 has stayed a 90, so that increase, whatever caused it, it seems to be permanent. So much of this is just chaos. I don't see any meaningful way of passing through. Okay, I think I just want to throw this life away, actually. I think this is the last room before the boss. I didn't have enough health left to become fully restored by the healing item over here, and that's what I definitely want to be, is as much health as I can get. Run. Oh, alright, we got him. Phase 2. Oh my goodness. I was doing really well, and then I looked up at his health bar, and I was like, "Oh, I have the advantage." And then it fell apart, and I started doing so terribly. Phase 3. How do I fight such an enemy indeed? I don't even know what to do. I assume attack the bright flashing thing, right? Nothing was working. And then I died and got sent all the way back home. This is my home. I live here now. Nice. No, not nice. I need to switch to playing some SNES games for a while because I've developed like a really like tender spot on my finger from playing so much NES lately. That's a health? I knew that was a health. I even said earlier I need to always get that item. I noticed it was a health before, but I forgot. Bogus. That one-up fell right through me. It fell right through me. This game is unacceptable. I like that guy. He despawns himself. That makes him the best character in the game. Alright, what in the world do I do here? Alright, that might have been it. That might have been the final form. There was shrimp. Shrimp suggests to me that might have been the end. But there could be a phase 4. Let's see. It is a sequel. They probably want to go bigger. I think the game is over. I don't know. I never want to celebrate too soon. That crumbling castle, though, that seems pretty final. Professor Starlight, welcome in. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for the trophies. I think. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I've never beaten this one before, so I assume it. I mean, it looks like it's over, but it's all right. It's over. It's all over, Frowny. The darkness is gone. Hang on, wait. Is that that's Ryu? He took his mask. Does he ever take his mask off? Is this the first time we've seen his face? I think he takes his mask off at the end of the first one too, right? I don't know. I don't really pay attention during the story segments. What a beautiful sunset. And a shooting star. Magical. Alright, there we are. That's the game. We beat it. That's two Ninja Gaiden games that I've finished now. Wow, and I beat it fairly quickly too. That only took about 2 hours. 2.25. That's I mean, less because I did take a BRB, and I didn't start right at the start of the stream. So about 2 hours. That's not bad. That ending part is pretty rough though. The final set of bosses. Goodness me. GG, thank you for the GG, Starlight. Thank you. So we've got about 2 hours left for the stream. I didn't really plan anything else for today because I kind of thought this was going to take way longer than it did. So I imagine that we'll use the rest of our time to practice some more Contra. I'm riding high on this victory. Maybe we can achieve another one. Whoops! I was accidentally too good. I think it had more to do with luck than anything else. Excuse me. All right. We made it through. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this game in comparison to the first. I guess I rate them about equally. I haven't played this one, nearly as much as the first one. But I would be excited to do it again. And we'll definitely do that. Maybe I'll start doing maybe I'll pair them up as double features so that I can get some practice in on both games, kind of like I do with Contra and Super C every now and then. It'd be nice to get really good at these games, but at the same time it feels a lot less likely. The final bosses in particular for these games do not feel very learnable. I know they must be because people speedrun these games, but I have my doubts. I have my doubts about my capacity to figure out how to reliably beat them. But it's been a good time, my friends. Thank you for enjoying Ninja Gaiden 2 with me. And yeah, I think we'll put on Contra and we'll practice the All Powers run for probably the rest of our time. Today we might do Super C as well. I don't know. We'll see how Contra's treating us, and then decide whether or not that deserves the remainder of the day or not. But I'm going to step away for just a moment and switch the game over. Not taking a BRB or anything. Just going to be gone a few seconds, just long enough to change the stream title and switch the game out. So I'll see you again in just a moment.